actually have had my eye on a couple things in my collection. This is kind of a weird angle I don't usually show. This is a temporary setup. This isn't how everything's staying. It's just kind of how I have it temporarily set up. So up on the top of my makeup storage here, I have some random things. I have like some glosses and some hand creams, and there's a polish I need to send to my mother for Mother's Day. I've got some brushes and like a little storage with some jewelry up here. These are just a couple random things. Oh, this is actually a product I'm going to be decluttering. This is an Urban Decay nail polish. This one is in the shade Zodiac. It's absolutely beautiful, but I cannot get it open. I don't know if you can see the mark right here. I've been trying to pry it open with pliers. I cannot get it open. This is sealed shut. So this one, I'm just gonna have to declutter this one, so I'll set it off to the side. These are a couple products that should be showing up soon in my videos that were sent to me through Octoly to review. So you'll see those later on, but I'm gonna go into my first drawer here. This has some foundations, primers, sunscreens, concealers, that kind of a thing. Primers are right here. I have some sunscreens and then foundations and concealers and correctors. So I know 100% for sure I'm going to be decluttering this one. This is one of the Pond's Luminous Finish BB creams. This one is expired. It's old. It needs to go. I'm kind of bummed about it because I really like this formula on this product, but it needs to go. It's that old. So this one is definitely one that I'm going to be setting aside. Another item in my foundation drawer here is this guy. This was sent to me. It was like a freebie in one of my online orders. This is the Tarte Clay Stick Foundation, and this is just so hard to work with. It's very hard to blend out, so I'm gonna see if my daughter might be able to use this. She has a little bit of a deeper skin tone than me, but this is a really nice product. It's hard for me to blend it on my skin, and it's just a touch dark for me. So this little foundation stick, it was in the shade Fair Light Neutral, but I think she might be able to use that. So I'm gonna set this one off over here. Anything else in here? No, I think we're pretty good with everything else. So go on to the next drawer. Okay, in this drawer here, this is more of blushes. There's highlighters here. These are bronzers. There's some powders back here. Back right here, this is just the little pouches that come on some of my blushes, like my Chanel ones and my Burberry one, but I do have a blush in here that I have my eye on, actually two. So there's this blush from MAC, and I've had it around for a while. If I open this up, it did break a little bit right down here at the bottom. I was going to declutter this, but I think I'm going to use up the highlighter portion of this blush, and then I'll probably declutter what's left. So maybe I will try and repress those little pieces, or maybe I'll just set them off to the side. I don't know, but I think we'll hang on to this one for now. This one was going to be decluttered, but I think I'll keep it. This other one here from MAC, this is one of the Mineralize blushes. This one is in Star Wonder. This has been around for a while, but this is like the MAC version of NARS Orgasm. If I give a swatch, it's very peachy, and it's almost too shimmery for me to enjoy wearing. This one is just very loud. It's very shimmery. I think I'm gonna let this one go. And it kind of bums me out because I know the Mineralized blushes from MAC are a big thing, but I just don't use this. I don't reach for it anymore. So this one is going to go. This product back here, this showed up in one of my Sephora Play boxes. I was kind of trying it out to see if I would like it. This is just a little mini of the Laura Mercier loose setting powder, but I think I'm gonna let this one go. I've tried it probably 3 times, and it's just not my cup of tea. I prefer a pressed powder, so maybe I'll give this one to my daughter, see if she can use it, and if she likes it, and if she does, then she can keep it. If not, I can pass this on to somebody else. All right, in this next drawer, I have some eyeliners, some like chunky pencil cream shadow sticks, and then some single cream shadows. Right off the bat, over here I keep products that I've tried or that I'm gonna try next. I tried this out, and I used to love this mascara. I don't know, this one, I don't know if it's just been hanging around in my makeup stash for a while, or if the mini is a different formula, but this is so clumpy on my lashes. This is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara. So this one, I'm gonna be decluttering it. I just was not impressed with it. this time around. I think we'll start with the cream shadows over here. So I know for sure this e.l.f. one is super old. This is one of the e.l.f. Long Lasting Lustrous Eyeshadows. This is in the shade Soiree. I've already hit pan on this. I think it's an absolutely beautiful shade, but this one is dried out quite a bit. So I think I'm gonna let this one go. Maybe I'll repurchase it at some point in the future, but it's very dry. So this one I'll set up here. I know some of my smaller caviar sticks, I've got a ton of these and I can let a couple of these go. So I've got this new one in Vanilla Kiss. I'll be hanging on to that. The Bobbi Brown Longwear Shadow Stick in Golden Pink is very similar to Rose Gold. Is it Rose Gold from Laura Mercier? I think so. I'll set this one off to the side to swatch against that one. Rose Gold right here from Laura Mercier. I've got Cocoa, I've got Amethyst, there's Khaki, Moonlight, and then also, what is this one on the end? Au Naturel. I think Khaki, I'm gonna let Khaki go. Khaki is just a very hard shade for me to wear. Let me do a little swatch back here. That is Khaki. It's coming off a little bit more green than it is in person. It's a very taupey shade. If it had more green in it, I would probably keep it, but since I just use these to put down all over the lid and then I put other shadows over the top, I prefer to have lighter shades. I'm keeping the one in Cocoa because I feel like I can put that one against the lash line and smudge it out and it looks like a liner. Let me put Cocoa next to it. So yeah, so this one was Khaki, this one was Cocoa. I'm gonna keep Cocoa and I think I'm gonna get rid of Khaki. Once you blend Khaki out, it really kind of blends out to nothing. It just looks like a gray on the eyes. So we'll get rid of Khaki, make a little bit of progress. I'll put Cocoa back and Khaki up here. And then on the swatches on the back of my hand, I don't wear golds very often and like a rose gold really isn't my thing. These are extremely similar and because I don't wear this tone very often, I feel like there's no need for me to keep both of them. But I feel like this one here, this is the Bobbi Brown one in Golden Pink, and then this one is the Laura Mercier Rose Gold shadow stick, and they're very similar. This Bobbi Brown one has a little bit more of a sheen to it. It's a little bit brighter. So I think if I was gonna wear one of these, I'd probably opt for the Bobbi Brown one just because it's a little bit brighter, a little bit lighter of a color. So even though they're both very, very similar, I think I will get rid of the Laura Mercier Rose Gold shadow stick and put the Bobbi Brown one back in my collection. I think I have a ton of mascaras back here, but I think that's all that I'm gonna declutter out of this for right now. I do have my eye on this one. This is the Bobbi Brown gel liner, just in black, and I do have my eye on this one to declutter if I'm not using it in the future, but I was very excited to try this product out, but I was a little disappointed with it. I don't know, it's just not as black as I'm used to, but this is my only black gel liner at the moment, so I'm gonna hang on to it for the time being, but I do have my eye on it to declutter it in the future if I'm not liking it in the future. I'm not gonna go into my eyeliners right now. I have a ton of them, I know, but I'm gonna play with them a little bit more before I decide anything needs to go. So there was that drawer. This next drawer here, this is essentially just my single eyeshadows and glitters and pigments and stuff. I do have a couple duos and trios in here as well, but I just kind of tossed my singles from my last haul video. I have some MAC singles here that I haven't depotted yet, and I also have my Kat Von D singles right here, but there's a couple that I have my eye on. I have some singles right over here from ColourPop. These are my last two ones that I have remaining. This one right here, this is beautiful. This is the one in I Heart This, but this one is so dried out, it's hard in there. So this one, it's expired. I did hit pan on it, as you can see in there, but it's time for that one to go. I also have this one here. This is Fringe. This one isn't nearly as hard as the other one, but it is expired. It's a little bit flaky, so this one's gonna go too. I did hit pan on that one as well, but anyway, those need to go. So I'm gonna take my MAC singles and set them off to the side over here, just so they're out of the way. Oh, this one, I'm glad I moved those because I forgot about this. This Pure Eye Polish, these are fantastic, but this one has dried out. I tried to use it the other day and I couldn't get anything out of that little meshy thing. I tried to put a little bit of my Inglot Duraline in with this, but This guy is toast. This one is dead. It's so dried out in there. It really bums me out because this was my favorite shade out of all of them. This is the one in, what is this one? Satin? Yeah, this one is a very pretty color. I do recommend these, but they do dry out pretty quickly, I would say, from my experience. So this pure eye polish in satin has got to go. This one right here, this is one from Milani from a very long time ago. I got this from the dollar store, and this one is in the shade French Vanilla. I don't think that Milani makes these anymore, but this one, it does feel a bit smooth, but it's a bit powdery too. So just because the fact that I have been reaching for my face powder to set my eye primer, I don't really need this one, and I never really use this for setting my eye primer. I've mostly been using my Wet n Wild singles here, my singles in Brulee. So I have these two. I think this one's pretty old. I'm gonna let this one go. I'll see if somebody wants it, but I'd feel more comfortable if this one just went in the trash, because when I purchased it, it was already pretty old. So that one's gonna go. I'm gonna save both of these, even though I really don't need both of them. I'm almost to the point where I'm hitting pan on this Wet n Wild Brulee shadow, so I'll keep them. I'll keep both of them. And finally, back here at the very back, I had this I don't know if you would call it a quad, but it had 4 pigments in here. These are the crushed metallic pigments from MAC. This was from a holiday collection. The only one that I would keep out of these to use is this shade right here, but I did press some of these, and I feel like the ones that I pressed, it has a ton of product in it. So I'm gonna let these go. These have just been around for a very long time, so it makes me a little nervous using them, but I will put this in like my back to MAC bag. And I think that's it for the eye area. I need to depot these singles from MAC, but I'll do that maybe tonight at some point. This next drawer is kind of a Mod Podge of different products. I have eyebrow products back here. There's some liquid lipsticks. There's some lip balms here. I just had 2 new ones sent me from a sweet subscriber. I'm really excited to try these out. You guys know I love my Lipsil lip balm, and these are 2 that I've never tried before. There's a passion fruit and chocolate, and also a sweet mint and basil. So super excited to try these out. Thank you very much for sending these out to me. I'm very, very excited about it. So like I said, I have my lip balms here. Some of them are tinted lip balms. There's also some setting sprays right here. And then under this one, I have my lip liners right there. Maybe I can get a little bit closer. Hang on. So I tried to get a little bit closer. Hopefully you can see this a little bit better. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna declutter much of anything in here. Actually, no, I take that back. There is something back here in my eyebrow section. I'm gonna move these out of the way. These are the new Anastasia brow pencils that I just picked up from Ulta. Back here, I have this product from Rimmel. Man, this is useless. This is the Brow This Way highlighting pencil, and you basically just use this underneath the brow, and it's supposed to highlight and brighten. So I just put a ton of that down right here. You can barely even see it, but when you blend it out underneath the eyebrow, you can't even see it. It's even worse underneath the eyebrow, you can't see it. So this one, even though it's been moving pretty quickly, I'm gonna let this one go. I don't enjoy using it. It's kind of a pain that it doesn't show up. It's kind of pointless to use it. So this one, I'm gonna declutter. And then I think in my liquid lipsticks here, I really like these. These are 2 of the Ofra liquid lipsticks. I enjoy the formula on these. The colors that I picked out are just a little off for me. These were actually both sent to me complimentary from Ofra through the Octoly website, so I really appreciated that, and I really enjoyed trying out a couple of the shades, but I think I only need one of these. They're both so dark. They dry much darker. They dry down much darker on my lips than I anticipated. So this one in Mocha, do a little swatch. That is Mocha swatched out right there. That is the more warm toned brown one. And I think that's very pretty. It's just not something that I typically reach for. Normally I don't like something that warm toned. I prefer something a little bit cooler toned, maybe like this one. This is the one in Manhattan. Let me do a little swatch of this one. Swatched out. This one is Mocha. This one is Manhattan. They're both very beautiful, and like I said, I love the formula, but I feel like Manhattan, which is the darker purple one, is a little bit more of a whipped consistency, and Mocha is a little bit of a thinner consistency. So I think I'm going to give my daughter the one in Mocha and see if she will wear this and get some more use out of it. It's just too warm tone, too dark for me, not something I'm gonna reach for in the future, so unfortunately I feel really bad about that, but maybe she can get some more use out of it. And then I will keep the one in Manhattan. So I'll keep this guy, put it back in here. It goes along with more of my colors anyways. It's more up my alley. Definitely save that one for the fall time. So there were the only liquid lipsticks I think I'm going to be decluttering. Lip balms, I think I'm good for now. I don't think I'm going to be decluttering anything out of here. I do have a couple that I need to work on, but this is tinted lip balms, lip treatments, all of the above, clear ones, tinted ones. As far as my lip liners, I think I'm good in that category. I'm not decluttering anything, as well as my sprays. I think I'm going to keep all of them for right now. So this next drawer is probably one of my all-time favorite drawers of life. I have my lipsticks in here. All my MAC ones are right here. These are the ones that I decluttered from MAC. I need to put them in my Back to MAC bag, so I'll take these out right now so I put them in the right spot. I'll link the video where I go through and swatch all of my MAC lipsticks on my lips in the cards up there, as well as in the description box, and I'll also include the video where I decluttered my MAC lipsticks, because all of these are the decluttered ones. So I'll set these off to the side. I have it's a lip plumping trio back there, but I have a couple lip glosses that don't fit at the top of my makeup thing. I have a couple down here, but for my lipsticks, I think there's only one right now that I'm going to be decluttering. It is this guy right here. This is from NYX. This is one of the NYX butter lipsticks, and this one is in fun size. I like everything about the formula of these lipsticks, but that is a swatch of it right there. It's just a little too corally for me, so I think if I'm gonna go with a light pink, I'm gonna go with a cooler toned one, so I'm going to get rid of this one, but not because it's a bad lipstick or that there's anything wrong with it. I just have others that I would prefer to wear if I'm wearing a lighter nude like this. Also, there is another one. I can't remember which one of these is smelling funny at this point. I think it's Touch of Spice. I think that one is funky. Yeah, it's Touch of Spice. I don't know if you can see on here, but right at the base, there's like this crystal looking stuff forming. It's just right at the base. I don't know quite what it is. I don't have any other lipsticks with that on it, so I'm actually going to get rid of this one and just repurchase another one during the fall. But I've noticed a couple people mention that these go bad, these Maybelline ones, and I'm kind of bummed because I really like the Touch of Spice shade, but this one, unfortunately, I don't trust it enough to put it on my lips, so this one's gonna go. Blushing Pout, this one's fine, so I'm gonna put this one back in my lipstick container here. Now I got some empty spots. That's all that I'm gonna be decluttering out of this drawer, so that was actually the last drawer that I'm going through at this point, so I'll put you guys back up to the top so you can see what I am decluttering out of all of my stuff that I just went through. And keep in mind, I do have some makeup that's not in here that I have set aside that's in my makeup bag or what's in rotation for this week. And I think my daughter has a couple liquid lipsticks that she's borrowing at the moment, but let's go back up to the top. So really quickly, I almost forgot. So I have my lip glosses back here in this glass jar. This is where I keep the majority of my lip glosses. There's one for sure in here that I'm going to be getting rid of. This one's almost finished. This one here, this one from Buxom. This little mini guy here from Buxom smells very funky, and I don't know, I'm about a third of the way through this. You can see the window in there, but it's starting to separate a little bit as well. So this one smells funky. I'm gonna let it go. This one's in the shade Strut It. I think I might have put this in my products I want to use up in 2018 video. I'll toss that up in the cards and put that down in the description box, but this one, it's gonna go because I don't trust this to put this on my lips. Is there anything else in here? Actually, yeah. I don't like these. I know some people really enjoy these, but I'm just not down for them. These are the NARS Velvet Lip Glides, is that what they're called? Yeah, Velvet Lip Glides. This one's in Bound, and I just don't like the formula. It's almost like a mix between a liquefied lipstick and a gloss, but I don't like how they wear off the lips. They feel fine on the lips, but I'm just so confused about the formula. I'm not into this one, so I'm gonna let this one go, even though it's just a little size. I do like the color though. I think the color's beautiful, but I'm gonna let that one go. Maybe my daughter will like that one, but yeah, I think for now that's all that I'm gonna be getting rid of out of my gloss section right here. I'll keep the rest in this little guy. I'll put it back so it's easier to see what I'm getting rid of. Okay, so hopefully it's not too cluttered with everything in the back here, but I kind of spread everything out. I feel pretty good about this. So like I said, I have the MAC glitter pigments, there's the Milani eyeshadow, 2 ColourPop shadows, my pure eye polish in satin. I'm really bummed about that one. I'm still bothered about that one drying out, but what can you do? I also have the Laura Mercier translucent powder. There's the mineralized blush from MAC back here, the e.l.f. long-lasting eyeshadow in Soiree. There's also 2 of the caviar sticks, the Rimmel Brow This Way, the NYX lipstick, the Maybelline lipstick. There's the Tarte Clay Stick Foundation, the Urban Decay polish right there in Zodiac, the Pond's Luminous BB cream I'm kind of bummed out about. There's also the Marc Jacobs mascara, little mini mascara right here that I'm just not into the formula of it. It's way too clumpy. The Ofra liquid lipstick, I'm gonna see if my daughter might want that one. The Buxom lip gloss in Strut It, and also the NARS Velvet Lip Glide in Bound. So that's what I'm gonna get rid of out of this little purge from my collection. Sometimes it's nice to go through and pick out certain products from each category that you're just not using, that aren't getting enough love, and some of them, their formula has changed a little bit. So anyway, that was it. Just a quick little declutter. Oh, and also I need to put these in my Back to MAC bag, all my MAC lipsticks, so that's in there too. Anyway, it's nice to kind of weed out a little bit, especially after bringing in so much from my Sephora VIB haul. Anyway, that was it. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.